All right, how is that? Nice. I think yeah, nice. We are on to something. Okay, Friday, June 28th. Taking the plane in literally 5 hours. Oh gosh, I can see how this mic's already gonna go. Yeah. You know what? Let's see if I can keep it up. No, I don't want to do that. Fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna tie my shirt up. There we go. Hopefully that works. Yeah, taking the plane in, what are we now? It is 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30. Yeah, we take the plane in 4.5 hours. Should arrive in Quebec tonight around 11:30. So today is, I wouldn't say it's the last session for blood flow, especially through the arm, because I'm obviously not bringing a rice bag on the plane and haul out a rice bag around before the tournament starts. So I think what the plan is, we'll get this rice bag training done, and then I'll probably just bring a band with me and tomorrow do some extremely light band work. If I film tomorrow, which I'm planning on it, it's gonna be most likely at the hotel. And instead of rice bag training, we're gonna do a little bit of blood flow one day prior to the tournament. I'm also going to be filming the weigh-ins. I think I'm making a video out of that. So if you guys like that type of content, well, it's coming. But this is it. So I was watching a Travis Bagent video yesterday. And one of the videos that he had made in the past was how to become a world champion. Usually these types of videos I don't necessarily click on because it's somewhat cliche. You would have to think to yourself, well, just train harder than everyone else and be as disciplined as possible. But he did kind of say something in that video that, good blood flow. He did say something in that video that was pretty interesting. If you all have seen it, he posted it about 3 years ago. And it's pretty much a quote of some sort. Now, don't quote me word for word. But he says something along the lines that you should be training as if you are scared and are as less, you should train as if you were scared of everyone and train as if you are weaker than everyone, trying to get stronger than them. It was something like that, but it was more the point of training as hard as you can as if you were scared of everyone. And that kind of brings me into the point of nationals, or maybe, well, nationals specifically, but kind of brings me to the point of most tournaments. Is it just me, or do you guys feel the same way, where when you're going to a tournament, obviously it depends if you're doing something very local, obviously the competition will be much less, and that's just facts. But if you're doing something where you're traveling to somewhere that's extremely far distant, you're spending a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort to go somewhere in hopes for a result that you might not achieve, regardless of how good you are, unless if you are world champ, I think that's a little bit different. Well, maybe not. But when you invest so much time and effort for one event, aka nationals, to me, I'm obviously going in with confidence. Well, I wouldn't say obviously. I'm going with confidence because I know where I think I stand. But it's also kind of scary at the same time. One, it being my first nationals, so I'm only able to, I'm only able to take in from what I see online, from what people have told me, from the level of competition that I've faced here in British Columbia, Ontario, Nova Scotia, a little bit in Quebec, Alberta, and even in the States. So to take all this practice and training and years of training and knowledge to compete at a national level, it's scary. It's exciting. I think I would be extremely scared if I'm really trying to push for that #1 or #2 spot, arguably #1. But with the way I feel and the way I know my level of skill and strength, I don't see that happening. Not because I don't believe in myself, but I have to be realistic. I have to be extremely realistic. One, considering I'm going into an extremely high level competitive weight category at 100 kilograms. I mean, all weight classes are obviously difficult in their own regard and relativity. But I think once you really get up, and listen, a world champ at 80 kilos is gonna kill me right now. That's fact. But what I'm getting to is, relatively speaking, when you get up into the higher weight classes, just from a physics and strength standpoint, it obviously becomes more difficult. So the higher you go in a weight class, well, the more difficult it's gonna be, and the more scared I am of losing. And I feel like maybe I can relate to most people in that regard. But that also excites me in a way because, well, I get the chance to beat some bigger dudes. Well, when Travis says train as if you were scared of everyone, the thing is we all tend to, at least this is for me, and I would have to assume it's probably the same for a lot of people. You feel like when you're 10, 12 weeks out of any type of tournament, super match, you tell yourself, I got so much time. I got 12 weeks to really just send it. I'm gonna work out 3 or 4 times a week. And it's like that for the first 2 weeks. And this is not speaking to someone who is so dedicated that they're giving everything that they have into one specific thing. I'm talking to most folks like you and I, where we have other things going on outside of arm wrestling. If it's work, if it's hobbies, friends, sports, things you're doing, activities. When you have so much going on, you start to realize week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, you've been training 4 or 5 days a week, but maybe 1 or 1.5 to 2 days of those days were actually extremely valuable. Maybe one of those days you pushed yourself extremely hard at the gym. You went way, way heavier than you usually do. And the other day was more of a blood flow day where you did a lot of volume. And maybe you even threw in a practice, or vice versa. You were only doing practice versus gym stuff. Well, it's all fun at the beginning. And then as you get closer, you're like, if you start to think about it, out of 6 weeks, if you're training twice a week, I only have 12 more training sessions, regardless if it's practice or gym stuff. And then as you get closer, you start to second guess yourself. You start to judge where you think you are. And like I said, this is not even just strictly for nationals. We're talking about any type of tournament that you're prepping for that is, you're going to be at a pretty high level, or the level of competition is higher than usual. And that's kind of how I feel right now. I knew I was going to nationals quite a while ago, just based off schedule. I just didn't know the logistics of it. And then when it was confirmed, I decided I was going. I'm like, okay, I don't even remember what I decided. I think it was like 4 or 5 months ago. I'm like, I got this much time. I'm gonna train so hard. I'm gonna go to provincials, and then I'm gonna take some time off, recover, and then train my ass off. Well, provincials happened, and then I took about 3 weeks off because my arms were screwed. And then you realize you only have X amount of weeks left. And then with work and friends and hobbies and activities and everything you could think of, you know how it is, it starts to pile up. So realistically speaking, after provincials, I might have had like 10 really good training sessions, and that's it. So now you go to a national tournament, or it could be international, national, worlds, whatever it is, and part of you is scared. And I think that's a good thing. I think if you're trying to be extremely elite, you're trying to win, you're trying to be that guy, you have to have some level of, you just gotta be scared. It's gonna drive you. I think that's self-explanatory. But that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. I feel a little bit anxious. I'm feeling extremely excited. I do have family coming to watch. I do have friends who'll be there. And of course I have my girlfriend, my biggest supporter. I would say arguably, but no, I think that's a fact. And then obviously seeing a lot of people I haven't seen in a while, especially people I've arm wrestled with across the country. I highly doubt I would see anyone from the States, but from province to province, from everyone I've pulled with, I'm pretty confident I'll see a ton of you there. And I've already gotten confirmation of people that I know who'll be there, and I'm excited. If I see any of you or you guys see me and I don't look too busy, seriously come say hi. If I haven't spotted you first. I'm also very curious about the whole after pull situation. I know myself I'll be arm wrestling on Sunday, even though the tournament starts on Saturday. And that's just because as the seniors, it seems like, I don't know if this is a thing that happens every year, but it seems like just for the senior pros, it's all on Sunday. And everything else is on Saturday. So if there's an after pull, I don't know if it's legit after, or is it kind of throw the tournament, or is there even, I don't even know if there is one. If you guys know, let me know in the comments down below. I'm planning on filming, but it's gonna be kind of weird too if the tournament finishes at midnight or at 1 a.m. and I have a flight to catch the next day. And I want to stay and film the after play. I don't think it's going to be feasible. I think what's probably going to happen, if there are extra tables hanging around, is once my matches are pretty much over, at least my weight class, if I haven't made it to the finals, which knock on wood I do, but I'm not going to put myself down. I would like to think I would at some point. Then probably film some after pull, which arguably is the best part of the event. Woo! In terms of recovery, I mean, I don't know if you could tell. Yeah, it won't focus on the video. Forearms are blown up. I feel like now that I've been doing more of this rice bag training, I think this is the first time I've been this consistent, and I don't know if it's just because I'm filming a video and doing it, but I've done the rice bucket. I was gonna say the rice bucket challenge. I've done the rice bucket in the past consistently, but I don't know if I've actually done it 7 days in a row. So yeah, a week straight. Seems to be working because as of yesterday, I haven't seen any pain, haven't felt anything, not even the slightest. What's hurt me the most is literally the acupuncture that I had gotten a couple days ago. Yeah. Yep. There's an arm wrestling experiment I was thinking on possibly doing. I've thought about this in the past, but I was thinking maybe when I get back from Europe, I might actually do some type of a series where I'm only training bands for, I don't know, let's say 2 months or 30 days, maybe 3 months, training just bands versus dumbbells or cables. And the other part of me too wanted to possibly do an experiment on isolation holds versus actual reps. And I know there's a lot of, I wouldn't say it's controversy, there's a lot of debate about which one is truly better and which one helps for X reason. But part of me wants to do the experiment where maybe leading up to a match, I only do bands on the right arm and I only do dumbbells or cables on the left. Maybe I get killed, maybe I do way better, maybe, I don't know. I think that'd be extremely interesting to document and just to see. And maybe there was no change. But as you guys know with bands versus dumbbells, when you're lifting a dumbbell, you're getting the exact same pressure mostly throughout the movement. And then it kind of, let's say if you're doing a bicep curl, when you start from the bottom, the way the physics are, the dumbbell is literally doing like a U. So the physics of where the weight's being distributed is different, and it's not pulling the other way. It's actually gravity coming obviously vertically. So you're not getting the exact same pressure everywhere, whereas the band, you're obviously getting more pressure as the rep increases, which, I mean, that's how it works. So it'd be really interesting to see if you do like a full prep, literally just with bands, and then just see how it turns out. So we'll see. If you guys want to see that, let me know. I have thought about it. I've contemplated it. Yeah. Plane, we're leaving in 4.5 hours. I'm gonna finish off this video, get this one uploaded. And like I said in the last video, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, I think you guys are really liking these videos. I posted the same thing what I'm doing now yesterday, 2 more subscribers. So out of 6 videos, I've gained 7 subscribers, I think. 7 subscribers. Usually with videos, if I'm posting, they're hit or miss. I think most people who upload videos could say the same. You'll go long periods of time without something, or you'll go, I don't know, it's like short periods of time and all of a sudden they just flood in. But consistently, I think people are liking it. So if you guys keep subscribing, I'm gonna just keep hammering these guys out. We'll see. And these videos do not include. These videos are excluded from like prediction videos, training videos. Like this is legit daily. Like I'll do this daily, absolutely no problem. This weekend might be a little bit tricky. However, moving forward, and obviously I'm going to Hungary like Monday. So excuse me there, which I'll try to be pushing out content. But I'm not gonna try, I will. However, once the trip is over, but we can slam right back to these videos, obviously with everything else. But it seems like you guys are liking it. And if you have been, if you guys want to support the channel legitimately for free, and if you want to make me happy, like if you want to make me smile and be happy, like and subscribe. That's it. That's all I would ask for. I don't want no money. I don't want nothing sent to me by mail. I don't want no praise. Just like and subscribe. That's all I ask for. Let's try and get up without my hips exploding. And yeah, that hurts. I'll see you guys in the next one.